Good afternoon. As you all prepare this day to continue your journey to become bishops, I stand before you as a Christian chaplain, and I know that we come from many different worldviews. And so I invite you to join me in a spirit of prayer as your faith tradition indicates. And if you claim no tradition as your own, then still I invite you to join me in a moment of reflection. Will you join me now? As we enter this space of new beginnings, this sacred moment, this first inhalation of a story yet untold, as we stand upon the temporal fulcrum and turn upon this bend in the road, as we grow from child to adulthood and change strikes all that we have ever known. In this beginning, in the midst of these uncertain times, where diversity becomes division, where difference is weaponized, where no matter who we are, nothing is ever just right. May we find love in this place. May we find home in these people. May we find curiosity to seek difficult answers and courage to face hard truths. And may we find joy in the journey as we slowly discover all that we shall yet become. Amen.
Thank you, Chad. Good afternoon and welcome to the 178th Ohio Wesleyan University opening convocation. This event marks the official opening of our academic year. At this convocation, we come together as faculty, staff, alumni, students, families, and especially we come together with our new students who today begin your Ohio Wesleyan experience. Over the next 4 years, you will create a web of connections with the people here and with many more across this campus and around the world. Take a look around at all of the unfamiliar faces. You may not know them now, but some of these people will change your life forever. For the next few days, you will be getting to know some of your classmates quite well at Camp OWU. Then next week, you'll be connecting with the more than 1,000 students who return to our campus this fall, and the campus will be abuzz with activity and excitement. We welcome you, and we look forward to all that you will contribute to our campus. We're fortunate to have with us this afternoon a student, Ben Arnold. Ben is a senior from Tiffin, Ohio. He has 2 majors, neuroscience and pre-medicine. Ben's OWU Connection experiences have included visiting the United Kingdom as a part of a travel learning course on Shakespeare while he continues his study of science, a tremendous reflection of the liberal arts. He spent this past summer at the University of Colorado Medical Campus. While there, Ben completed a medical research fellowship studying drug treatments for non-small cell lung cancers. I work with Ben as a member of the President's Club. He also is a member of the Chi Phi fraternity. And in March, he was named OWU's 2018 Fraternity Man of the Year. It's my pleasure to introduce one of your fellow OWU students, Ben Arnold.
Welcome new Ohio Wesleyan students, parents, friends, and loved ones. New students, you'll quickly learn and be reminded each day on this campus that OWU will always provide opportunities which are meant to be seized. But it is your responsibility and your duty to take them and provide for your peers whenever possible. My advice to you today is to trust your instincts in recognizing these moments. I remember sitting in the same seats as you 3 years ago today, full of doubt and excitement, yet lacking confidence and connectedness to a place I knew I would have to call my home. When I came on visits and eventually enrolled, I felt so comfortable and calm on campus. There was a layer of comfortability that suddenly evaporated upon my arrival for first year orientation. It felt like the first time I blew bubbles as a kid, and I finally had blown one so much bigger than the rest. While I had no reason to expect a different outcome with this bubble, it burst when I was least expecting it. But I knew that that bubble was different, and eventually I had to come to terms with that. It was okay that it burst. In fact, that burst was necessary. As a pre-medicine student who unfortunately suffered through physics, I learned that a bubble is merely the surface tension breaking, tearing and separating the water molecules from those it's been bonded to and has been supported by for its entire life. But the story of the bubble doesn't end there. I know mine doesn't, and neither will yours. Ohio Wesleyan will propel you to new bubbles, full of exciting experiences nothing I can say will truly prepare you for. But I can promise that these experiences will lift and inspire you to dream even bigger dreams and achieve even higher goals. For me, those defining experiences have included an emergency medicine practicum at Grady Memorial Hospital, neuroscience research here on campus, a public health internship at the American Red Cross, and a cancer research fellowship at the University of Colorado. But beyond all of these, the OWU experience has given me a family of friends and mentors that I know will never leave my side. My lifelong dream of acceptance into medical school has become closer to reality one step at a time thanks to the support, guidance, and mentorship that OWU has never failed to give to me. The link between these experiences is the exclusive 4-year liberal arts education OWU provides. But the one invaluable facet of this education is the leader and advocate Ohio Wesleyan will motivate you to become. As you seek to address the socio-cultural epidemics that plague our society, support the peers who have guided and presented platforms for you to build off of, and reflect in your search for constant self-improvement, your advocacy requires 3 things: will, effort, and consistency. What I've also learned since coming to OWU is that these 3 core values must always be present in order to act with integrity. They're also the same 3 principles in the very personal and deeply felt emotion that we call love. And so when I tell you that I love OWU, and I hope you too will one day soon, I also know that feeling is reciprocated from OWU to me. That day and that feeling may not come as soon as you might wish, but hope, patience, and persistence are on your side. Now I know these words of advice are both ones to question and to take with a grain of salt. You ask, but Ben, you haven't given me a map, and you know I haven't been here on my own before. How can I be expected to have so much optimism and faith when embarking on this journey? And I don't have the answers to curing the homesickness, the anxiety, or the uncertainty. And I'm certainly not going to pretend to, because only your story will have those answers. And I encourage you to believe me when I tell you that I have confidence in both my story and in yours. I know our little bubble will have a happy ending. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Niles, and I'm the Vice President for Enrollment and Communications. And let me be among the first to officially welcome you, new transfer students in the class of 2023. Give yourself a round of applause. You're here. I know how excited you are to be here, and nervous, anxious, eager. I could go on with descriptors regarding how I imagine you are feeling right now. You share those feelings of trepidation and enthusiasm with thousands of first-time college students around the country. I will say, I know how you feel. 1 year ago today was my first day at Ohio Wesleyan. I too left family and friends to join this community. However, having been new before as a new student and a new staff member, I thought I would take just a moment to share 3 quick pieces of advice based on my experience of being new to a college community. And parents, I have to say, I feel a particular affinity with the way you feel today. My first child will go off to college in 11 days, and I'll be sitting in a ceremony like this, just where you are, later this month. So this is just some of the advice that I've given to my son. First of all, stay connected to friends back home, but engage with those around you. It's hard to believe it now, but sitting around you may be your lifelong best friends, your future spouse or partner, work colleagues, and collaborators in future adventures. Share your new adventures with those back home, but put your phone down and get to know the people around you. You only have 4 years. Yeah, applause from the crowd. You do only have 4 years in this fabulous place. Today may seem like a long time, but it truly is not. Take time to get to know your fellow students, many of whom will likely be an important part of your future. Number 2, take advantage of your easy access to the faculty and staff members who are here to challenge and support you. Faculty members at Ohio Wesleyan teach at a university like this because they want to be in the classroom. They want to be available to you, to hear your perspectives, engage you in lively debates, and help you to grow and learn. Not just to teach the subject matter in their courses, but to help you understand who you are and what you are passionate about. There are also a couple hundred staff members here at Ohio Wesleyan to support your experiences in and out of the classroom. Don't underestimate the very positive, instructive role that all of these people can play in making your Ohio Wesleyan experience great. And number 3, try something new. Have you always wanted to take an improv course? Well, now's the time to do that. Do you have an interest in astronomy that you've not been able to explore? Well, take that class. Have you always wanted to play ultimate frisbee but didn't have an opportunity to try? Well, now you can join that team. You'll learn something new about yourself in every situation because of the people around you and the experiences you will share. Don't miss this opportunity to explore both new concepts and ideas and deepen your involvements in the things you already know you love. So, the first piece of advice I offered was to get to know the people around you. I thought that I could help you do that by sharing some information about you, the members of the class of 2023. There is no question that individually and collectively, you are an interesting and accomplished group. You join us from a diverse array of locations, representing 28 states, Puerto Rico, and 19 countries. You are an academically talented group. 89 of you were members of National Honor Society, 3 of you were National Merit semifinalists, finalists, or commended scholars, and 4 of you were the valedictorian of your high school class. 24 of you have already had study abroad or exchange experiences during high school. Outside of the classroom, you have kept very busy. 272 of you participated in varsity sports in high school, 92 of you were team captains, and 26 of you were all-star, all-state, or all-region in a varsity sport. 55 of you were involved in theater, with 19 of you playing a lead role or serving as a director in a production. 40 of you were involved in marching band, while 107 of you participated in concert band, orchestra, or choir. 4 of you also served as concert mistress or master. A number of you spent time in journalistic pursuits. 6 of you were editors of a literary magazine, 5 of you were editors of your school newspaper, and 7 of you were the editor of your school yearbook. In addition to these leadership roles, you've made your mark in other ways. 2 of you are Eagle Scouts, and 4 of you are the recipients of a Girl Scout Gold or Silver Award. 19 of you served in a leadership role in your high school student government, including at least 7 student body or class presidents. 44 of you were involved in a diversity club or organization, 13 of you participated in Model UN, and 20 of you were members of a debate or speech team. 73 of you were involved in a religiously affiliated organization, and 129 of you held a job while in high school. Many of you, over half the class, also chose to volunteer your time in service to others. I also want to mention a few of the specific accomplishments to give you a sense of the eclectic and diverse interests of your classmates. Among you include a student who founded an African American cultural club at their school, a pre-professionally trained ballerina, a student who participated in a sister cities exchange program to China, a student who did 6 months of research at the Columbus Zoo, and the data is being used by red-crowned crane zookeepers, an award-winning artist, a chief master sergeant with the Civil Air Patrol, a student who started his own business clearing down trees after Superstorm Sandy, a student who has sailed competitively for over 10 years, a student who created a podcast on early medieval history, a student who's written 3 plays and had them performed in a showcase setting, a student with a 3rd degree black belt, a student who won 2nd place in a national archery competition, a Miss Ohio teen finalist, a student who's under contract as a player for an esports team, and a student who is part of a robotics team that won 1st place at a NASA competition. The list of impressive accomplishments goes on and on. You bring many talents and aspirations to Ohio Wesleyan, and our community will be better for your contributions. And the best is yet to come. Today is just the very beginning of a range of wonderful opportunities open to you as you dive into the Ohio Wesleyan experience. You all have the potential to excel here, and every member of the community looks forward to helping you discover and achieve your goals. So President Jones, I am very proud to present to you our new transfer students and the Ohio Wesleyan class of 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephanie, and once again, it is a pleasure to welcome all of you to this convocation. On behalf of the faculty who are seated in front of us, members of the staff, the alumni of Ohio Wesleyan, and the Ohio Wesleyan University Board of Trustees, it is my deep honor to welcome to the Ohio Wesleyan family members of the class of 2023 and those transferring into the classes of 21 and 22. We are thrilled that you have chosen Ohio Wesleyan. Today, as we gather in this historic setting, you take your place in a setting where for more than 175 years, students and faculty have gathered for the work of intellectual inquiry, social engagement, moral reflection, and preparation for life journeys that have enormous impact on the larger world. Today, you begin a journey that will shape the remainder of your life. A journey where on this campus you will acquire the knowledge, develop the capacities, and embrace the vocation that will form a life of meaning and purpose, bringing rich personal fulfillment and offering important social contribution. Today, as you begin this journey in this place, you become a bishop. We could not be more pleased. As a bishop, you join a family that has produced public servants, including a vice president of the United States, federal judges, members of Congress, leaders of multinational corporations, educators, Nobel-winning scientists, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalists, and social pioneers like Branch Rickey, who in 1947 invited Jackie Robinson to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Each of these leaders called this campus their home. And as you now make OWU your home, we can only imagine how you will follow their example, taking the benefit of your time on this campus and making your contributions to our world in the years to come. This summer, I came across a letter that I wrote our oldest daughter as she was beginning college, in which I offered her some advice, as Stephanie has, and I'd like to share with you some of what I said to her. First, expect the unexpected. College is a time of new adventure. Try things you might not like while also trying things you know you will like. Get to know people with whom you are comfortable, but also get to know people whose experiences are quite different from your own. Take a class that excites you and take a class that scares you. And in it all, especially in times when you're discouraged or when things don't seem to go your way, keep your eyes open for the unexpected. You never know what is just around the corner. Second, take risks. You'll have so many opportunities presented to you. Some you will be eager to embrace. Some you will know are not right for you. You may think some are too difficult for you, but be willing to take a risk and try what you thought you could not do. The greatest failure is the failure to try. It's far more rewarding to stretch yourself to do what you thought you could not do, even if you sometimes fall short, than to never stretch yourself at all. Have the courage to take risks. Be willing to ask. You don't have to do it alone. You're surrounded by people, the faculty, the staff, alumni who are ready and willing to help you. But it will be different here than it has been in the past. Now more than ever before, the responsibility falls to you to ask for that assistance. There's never shame in asking for assistance. The shame is in failing to reach your potential because you did not take advantage of the resources that were available to you. So whether it's the assistance with an assignment or the choice of major or a complex relationship or how to choose between the many options before you, be willing to ask for assistance when you need it. See the world. I don't have to worry about this. I saw the cameras go up over in Branch Rickey Arena when the screen asked, how many of you want to study abroad? Nearly every camera in the bleachers went up. So I hope you will do that. Take an opportunity to go places and see parts of the world you've never seen before. You will learn more there, and you will remember those experiences more vividly than your time here on campus. When I wonder what lies ahead for you, I am particularly filled with wonder about where you go and what you might see. The world is smaller, and the possibilities to see it are greater than ever before. I hope you explore it fully. And then this, savor these years on campus. There will be times when you feel pressured to make difficult decisions. Those decisions are part of the college experience. There will be times when you feel overburdened with the presence of pressure of papers, exams, work, relationships, and more. Learning to cope with those pressures also is a part of the college experience. But along the way, take time to savor this experience. Never again will you live in such close proximity with so many people from so many different places and life experiences. Never again will your life be so carefree. Enjoy the freedom and the responsibility that comes with it. Savor this time in your life. Today at OWU, you begin a journey unlike any you have experienced to this point in your lives. The journey will take you through classrooms and laboratories, onto stages and playing fields, into deep conversations in faculty offices and residence halls, and to arenas of inquiry and discovery on this campus and around the world. Your education here is framed by the OWU Connection. Many of you have heard me talk about the OWU Connection and ask you to think about 3 questions. Do you remember those questions? What do you care about? What are the passions that drive your life? What do you care about? Where do you want to go? If you could go anywhere in the world to explore those passions about which you care, where would you go? And then who do you want to be? How will you define your life? How will you look for moral principles and ethical foundations? What difference do you want your life to make? Who do you want to be? What do you care about? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? The OWU Connection provides a host of opportunities to explore these questions in the classroom and beyond. Through research and intellectual inquiry, we want you to think about the things you care about. We want you to learn to think big. Through travel and cross-cultural experiences, we want you to put yourself in physical settings where you experience new and diverse perspectives on life. We want you to see the world. We want you to go global. And through internships and service learning, we want you to take what you have learned in the classroom and apply it in the real world. We call it putting theory into practice. We want you to get real. Think big. Go global. Get real. Today you are surrounded by people who represent a richly diverse set of life experiences and personal stories. Your class includes students from 19 countries, and our campus this year will have students from 35 countries. Graduating seniors often tell me that the things they have appreciated most about Ohio Wesleyan are first, their relationships with the faculty, and second, the experience of the rich diversity of the student body. Nothing is more fundamental to the values of the Bishop family than our commitment to the dignity of every human being and to our belief that we all are better when we benefit from the presence of diversity in all its forms. We are proud to welcome students from any nation, from any religious heritage, from any ethnic or racial heritage, from any gender identity, and from any of the other many ways in which the tapestry of human existence is enriched by variety in human expression. Finally, a word to parents, family members, and friends who gather with you today. We welcome you to the Bishop extended family. We hope you feel at home on our campus and take pride in the relationship your family now shares with our family. Today you entrust to this campus that which you value the most, a cherished member of your family. We honor that trust, and with you we look out with awe and wonder as we imagine what the future will hold for these bishops. We welcome you and look forward to your visits on campus. We are fond on this campus of a saying coined 2 decades ago in an animated conversation among students on the jaywalk and overheard by one of our trustees. That saying is this: it is a great day to be a bishop. Indeed, it is a great day to be a bishop, and it is even more so because you have joined us in the Bishop family. Welcome to OWU, and best wishes in all that is ahead.
Good afternoon. My name's Chuck Steinmetz, and I'm Provost and Vice President of the Academic Division at Ohio Wesleyan. I am joined on the stage this afternoon by your Vice President for Student Engagement and Success, Dwayne Todd. We want to extend our own welcome to our new students, as well as their families and friends. Students, Ohio Wesleyan University is committed to your success. That commitment is defined in the university's Statement of Aims, which states in part, Ohio Wesleyan judges itself successful when it has accomplished 3 objectives in its work with students. The first is to impart knowledge. Included here is knowledge about our cultural past, new knowledge, and contemporary inquiry and current advances of the human spirit. The objective of imparting knowledge begins with the conviction that it is intrinsically worthwhile to possess the knowledge and insight transmitted through the humanities, arts, and sciences. The second major objective is to develop and enhance certain important capabilities of students. As you progress through the curriculum of this university, you will secure the foundational skills of reading, writing, and quantitative analysis. You will think critically and logically and understand the symbolic languages used to codify and communicate. And you will develop sensitivities and creative talents. And most importantly, you will learn to integrate theory with practice by preparing for careers within various disciplines and through pre-professional and professional programs. The third objective is to place education in the context of values. A liberal education will help you understand yourself, appreciate others, and value your responsibilities of citizenship in a free society. It recognizes that trained sensitivity to private and public value issues, grounded in a sound grasp of various cultural heritages, is important for maturation and for living a good life. It accords high honor to intellectual honesty. Ohio Wesleyan encourages concern for all religious and ethical issues and stimulates its students to examine their own views in light of these issues. To the extent that Ohio Wesleyan educates liberally, it fulfills its ultimate purpose of equipping students with knowledge, competence, and character for leadership, service, and continued learning in a complex and increasingly global society. Please know that this Statement of Aims is a commitment backed up by every single faculty and staff member, because we have all chosen to work at a university where students come first, a university where great teaching is truly valued, a university where students play an active role in decision making, a university where staff in every area are focused on your growth, your safety, your success, a university powered by the concept of connection. As you enter Ohio Wesleyan, we ask that you commit to connect with and fully engage in this community and in your studies. It is now my pleasure to ask Ohio Wesleyan's Vice President of Student Engagement and Success, Dr. Dwayne Todd, to lead our new class of OWU students in reading the student commitment, which you'll find printed in your program.
Thank you, Dr. Steinmetz. Would our new students rise, please? Today, you join thousands of Ohio Wesleyan students. Since 1842, they have stood in this very spot, and in these same buildings, they have explored and studied humanity's greatest ideas. They have grown on this campus. They have made lifelong friends, and they have become moral citizens in a global economy. Please join me in reading the student promise. I will embrace opportunities for academic growth, leadership, and service that have a positive impact on me and the Ohio Wesleyan community. I will value the time that I have been given to explore my interests and passions with an open mind to new possibilities. I will respect each individual person and appreciate their unique perspectives, regardless of appearance, ethnicity, faith, gender, ability, sexual orientation, or social standing. I will contribute my talents, gifts, and ideas towards strengthening this campus community and, as I am able, improving the world. Thank you. Please remain standing and join the newest class of Ohio Wesleyan University students as Senior Austin Wood takes us in the singing of the alma mater.
Thank you, Austin. In just a moment, President Rock Jones will officially open the academic year. Then, as we end the convocation ceremony, I'd like to ask that everyone remain seated until the faculty and staff process out. Students then will process out as a class and follow the bishop and the class banner as they make their first lap around campus. Following the student procession, I'd like to invite all faculty members to follow, all family members to follow our faculty and staff across Sandusky Street as we welcome the newest OU bishops along the Jaywalk.
The next time you gather in this location as a full class will be 4 years from now at the time of your graduation from Ohio Wesleyan. And so as we bring this convocation to a close, we welcome you. We look forward to what the next 4 years will bring, and we look forward to the time of your graduation and to the life that will await you as a result of your time on this campus. When Ohio Wesleyan was formed in 1842, this bell was loaned to the university and used to ring the opening of the first academic year. For a number of years, the bell remained on loan and then was returned to the family that first provided it. But on the occasion of the university's centennial in 1942, the bell was returned to Ohio Wesleyan, And since that time, each year, the opening of the academic year is marked by the sound of the bell, and the close of the academic year at the conclusion of commencement is marked by the sound of the bell. I say the sound of the bell because the bell no longer really rings, it sort of clanks. But at this point, it is my pleasure and my honor to announce the opening of the 2019-2020 academic year at Ohio Wesleyan.